I'd say that's more like it. Phillies win 8-2 against the New York Mets, take it 2 out of 3. And this was a game that went perfectly, pretty much, for the most part. Going into this game, they had lost last night's game because Vince Velasquez can't throw a strike and the offense went silent again. And I saw an article on a site called I think it's called The Good Flight, that talks about the Phillies every single night and all the other off-season big stuff. And the article, like the headline of the article is like, the 162 dream is over, followed by the score. And the deck that's normally followed, that's under a headline, saying along the lines of waiting for the Phillies offense to officially wake up and, start performing. Something along those lines. And it got me sitting there thinking, yeah, the Phillies offense has not stepped up. Over 5 games, they've hit 2 home runs. Sorry about that. My glasses are a lot darker. That's what it's going to be like for the rest of the video. I had to go help my dad move something. Getting people to come pave our driveway. But looking into this game, they only had 2 home runs. And at this point, the depth bats have been pretty much useless outside of Andrew Knapp. Miller, Joyce, Quinn, Torreyes, no hits. So they came out with their usual powerhouse lineup. Kutch, Hoskins, Harper, Realmuto, Bohm, Didi, Jean, and Hazley. The usual 8. And for the most part, things went pretty smoothly. Start up with a first inning home run by Hoskins, and a double by Harper, a walk by Realmuto, and then gone. Alec Bohm. I love this kid so much. He has got such a bright future. And seeing home runs like that just basically confirmed this kid's going to be a star in the league. At least be around for a long time. And just like that, with only 1 out, Phillies take a 4-0 lead against the Mets. Absolutely hammered Peterson all night long. Made him absolutely uncomfortable. And would they follow it up with a stellar pitching performance? Overall, yeah. Nola? Not really. Nola struggled for a while. He was having a rough go of things, especially the 3rd and 4th innings. I think he threw about 30 pitches each. Just did not look comfortable at all. And he got himself to a lot of trouble, which included the run that led off of Pete Alonso's single with 2 guys on. And with 2 guys on and only 1 out, Nola responds by striking out Dominic Smith and then striking out Jonathan VR. And then 4th inning comes around. They get, Luis Guillorme gets on, sack bunt. I'm like, all right, they're in a good position. And then you walk Nimmo. Great. And then you hit Lindor. Fantastic. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs and a good batter in Michael Conforto. How does Nola respond? Goodbye, K. Strikeout. And they somehow survive for another inning. And I knew the pitching was struggling at this point. They needed to get at least 1 more run for me to feel comfortable. How about 3? Two people get on. I think it was Hoskins and Harper. And then first pitch, they take out David Peterson, puts in Jacob Barnes. First pitch across the plate, boom, gone. Or as how Phillies announcers say it, gone. JT Realmuto. And at that point, it becomes 7-1. And at this point, I could just kick my feet back and just relax. Brogdon comes in through the 5th, pitches through a good chunk of the 6th with Archie Bradley getting out of it in the 6th. Gives up a run in the 7th via a triple by Jonathan VR and then just a wild pitch in the dirt that lets VR come home. Unfortunate, but it's just the reality of things. Follow it up with a clean 8th and 9th inning by Coonrod and Ramirez, and then tacking on 1 more run in the 6th off of Dellin Betances just via sacrifice ground out. And the Phillies walk away victorious 8-2. And that was what they needed to get going, especially because their next series is the Atlanta Braves again. And then they go and play a 4-game series against the Mets again. It's kind of like deja vu starting back on opening day. And they will be facing Charlie Morton against Zach Wheeler again. We all know what happened the last time Zach Wheeler came out there. Threw a combined 1-hit perfect game shutout. They were 1 hit away from getting a perfect game. And I don't see that coming close. I see the Braves definitely tacking on a few runs potentially, because they are a very good team. But the one thing the Phillies have that's a blessing in disguise, Mike Soroka is going to be out for a while, which is definitely a blessing for them because Max Fried, their starter, got lit up. Their ace got lit up. So they're pretty much going to have to start relying on Morton to carry them as the ace. And if he can't do it, the Braves are going to be in for a rough year with that weak starting pitching lineup. And then after that, it's going to be Eflin against Ian Anderson again. And then the last day is going to be Matt Moore against Drew Smiley, who the Phillies do have experience facing because they acquired him in 2019. Here's hoping the Phillies can make something happen and take 3 series in a row, maybe even go for a sweep again. I expect the Phillies to win this series. They've got the advantage in almost in the first 2 games in terms of pitching, and especially, and I think they have slight better advantage in overall batting, but I'm not going to get too overly optimistic. Phillies got to prove something. This is the series they got to prove it in. This one and the one against the Mets, because after that they got the Cardinals, the Rockies, and the Giants, I'm pretty sure in that order. Which I'm not saying you can get lazy, but you can kick back and cruise a little bit and experiment with the lineup, with the pitching, stuff like that. But with that out of the way, I got to keep this short because they're probably going to start paving our driveway in like any minute. So I got to still shoot one more video. But from Phillies Nation, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, and peace.